timeline is shifting, and most people have no idea. Something colossal is unfolding in the third week of February 2025, an event so powerful it could redefine energy, consciousness, and reality itself. The signs are everywhere: intensifying solar activity, strange cosmic alignments, and a surge in vibrational shifts that sensitives and empaths have been feeling for weeks. But here's the shocking part. This isn't just another celestial event. It's a direct signal from the universe, a pivotal trigger in our collective transformation. And time to prepare is running out. Look around. Have you noticed the tension in the air? The erratic behavior of people? Sudden waves of exhaustion or bursts of unexplained energy? This isn't random. It's the result of a massive energetic influx preparing to peak. The universe is sending a clarion call, shaking existence itself, urging those who are awake to pay attention. But many will ignore it, dismissing the unease in their spirit, the strange synchronicities, and the overwhelming sense that something profound is unfolding. This isn't fear-mongering. It's a wake-up call. What's coming is unlike anything before. Think of it as a vibrational earthquake, a force so strong it will shatter illusions and shift the very core of reality. Those unprepared may feel lost, disconnected, or physically drained, but those attuned to the energy will experience something entirely different: an expansion of consciousness, a surge of awareness that will alter their very existence. The question is, which side of this shift will you be on? Will you be caught off guard, struggling to make sense of the changes? Or will you harness this energy, align with its flow, and step into a new level of awareness? The universe isn't whispering anymore. It's shouting. February 2025 is a turning point, a cosmic checkpoint, offering those who are ready a chance to ascend to a higher understanding. The signs are clear, the messages are undeniable, and the countdown has already begun. By the time most realize what's happening, it may be too late. But you're here now, reading this, which means you were meant to receive this message before the shift peaks. The universe does not work with coincidences. It works with divine timing. Will you answer the call? If you're ready, type "I am ready" in the comments. This channel is facing challenges in reaching those who need this message the most, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help awaken others. Let's rise together. The unstable energy field. The cosmic disruption begins. The air feels heavier, almost as if the very fabric of reality is shifting. This is no ordinary planetary event. Saturn, Neptune, and Jupiter aligning is like three master conductors playing an unfamiliar tune, disrupting the natural rhythm of the cosmos. Earth's magnetic field, which usually hums in the background of existence, begins to tremble like a stretched rope, struggling to hold its balance. This invisible shield that guards the planet from external forces is now flickering, creating disturbances that ripple through nature, technology, and even the human mind. Some might dismiss it as a passing anomaly, but sensitive souls will feel it in their bones, an unshakable sense that something is stirring beneath the surface. As this cosmic shift intensifies, sleep no longer follows its usual pattern. Nights become restless, filled with vivid dreams that feel more like messages than random fragments of thought. Some may wake up drenched in sweat, their heart pounding as if they've been running through another dimension. Others may struggle to sleep at all, their bodies resisting rest as if they are subconsciously preparing for something unseen. Meanwhile, exhaustion creeps in at odd times. Midday drowsiness hits like a wave, and deep fatigue settles into the bones without reason. The body's internal clock is thrown into disarray, as if the night and day have momentarily lost their meaning. It's not just sleep that's affected. Energy levels become unpredictable, fluctuating between bursts of motivation and sudden crashes of lethargy. Emotions begin to move like the tides, rising and falling without warning. One moment, there's an unshakable sense of joy, an inexplicable lightness, as if something wonderful is just around the corner. The next, a heavy sadness presses down, as though an old forgotten sorrow has resurfaced. This emotional turbulence is not random. It mirrors the shifting frequencies of the planets above, pulling at the unseen threads that connect every living being to the cosmic dance. People may find themselves snapping at loved ones, questioning long-held beliefs, or feeling an overwhelming urge to retreat from the chaos. The mind, usually a steady lighthouse, flickers like a candle in the wind, making it difficult to hold on to a single thought for long. Beyond the body and mind, even technology starts to behave strangely. Satellites flicker in and out of sync, causing GPS navigation to stutter like a scratched record. Phones, computers, and digital devices freeze at the worst moments. Messages disappear, and signals drop unexpectedly. Some may brush it off as bad luck, but those paying attention will sense the deeper pattern. Electricity itself seems to be pulsing differently, reacting to the energetic waves washing over the planet. Machines that once ran flawlessly now struggle, as if they too are feeling the weight of the cosmic disruption. The most unexplainable effects, however, are those that defy logic. Time itself begins to bend in ways that are difficult to describe. Moments stretch unnaturally long, while others vanish in the blink of an eye. People may experience déjà vu more frequently, that eerie sensation of having lived a moment before, as if timelines are overlapping. Mandela effects, memories that don't align with reality, start to crop up, making people question their own recollection of past events. The veil between worlds grows thin, causing strange coincidences, odd flashes of insight, and an unsettling feeling that reality is not as stable as it once was. This is the beginning of the disruption, a cosmic tremor that shakes both the seen and the unseen. The universe is whispering through the cracks, urging those who listen to prepare for what comes next. Saturn's master test, breaking the old structures. Saturn, the great cosmic taskmaster, is not here to play games. Its energy is like a strict teacher who watches in silence, waiting for the moment when students can no longer rely on shortcuts and must finally face the truth. As this planet aligns in rare formation, its influence grows stronger, shaking the very foundations of power structures across the world. Governments that once stood firm like towering castles now show their cracks. Corporations that thrived on deception begin to crumble under the weight of their own greed. Systems built on control, manipulation, and secrecy can no longer hold. It's as if the universe has decided that enough is enough. The illusions that have kept people blind for so long are now being stripped away like an old, rotting mask. This collapse does not happen in silence. It is loud, chaotic, and undeniable. The leaders once seen as untouchable begin to stumble. Hidden agendas that were carefully buried start rising to the surface like long-forgotten corpses emerging from the depths. Scandals break out, exposing the lies that held society together. The false idols of power, those who built their thrones on deception, are suddenly left standing in the harsh light of truth. People watch in shock as figures they once trusted are revealed to be nothing more than puppets, their strings now visible for all to see. The collective illusion of stability is shattered, forcing individuals to question who they've been following and why. But Saturn's lessons are not about destruction alone. They are about balance, about ensuring that justice is served. This is the time of karmic reckoning. Those who climb to power by stepping on others will find their foundation crumbling beneath them. Manipulators, deceivers, and those who played with the trust of the masses will feel their own schemes turn against them. The universe is not cruel, but it is fair. Every action, every lie, every betrayal now returns to its source. And yet, on the other side of this reckoning, something miraculous happens. Those who have long lived in truth, who have walked the path of integrity despite the struggles, begin to rise. Rewards long overdue start arriving in unexpected ways. The balance is restored, shifting favor towards those who have honored honesty and sincerity. As the old world trembles, people begin to see the past with new eyes. The belief systems that once felt so secure suddenly appear fragile, artificial, even absurd. Many realize they were taught to see the world through a carefully crafted lens, one that shaped their opinions, their fears, their sense of self. Now, with Saturn's influence peeling back the layers, they can no longer ignore the ways they were controlled. Some will feel anger, others will feel grief, but all will come to understand that what they thought was reality was merely a program, a carefully written script designed to keep them obedient. And once you see the script, you can never go back to believing in it. The final test is the hardest. The universe places a choice in front of everyone. Will you cling to the collapsing world, desperate to hold on to the comfort of old illusions? Or will you step into your own power, mastering your own path, free from external control? This is not a choice that can be made lightly. It is the difference between survival and mastery, between staying bound to fear or stepping into limitless potential. The ones who choose mastery will not rely on leaders, institutions, or old rules to guide them. They will become their own guides, their own authorities. The universe is watching, waiting for the decision, and for those who choose to rise, a new reality awaits, one beyond control, beyond deception, beyond limits. Neptune's illusion break. The subconscious awakens. Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, is now casting its cosmic light like a lantern in a fog, revealing what has been hidden in the shadows of the subconscious. The mind, once trapped in routine and logic, begins to crack open, allowing flashes of psychic insight to slip through. People who never considered themselves intuitive suddenly start experiencing unexplainable visions. A name, a face, a message appears out of nowhere, yet it feels deeply significant. Thoughts arrive that don't seem to be their own, as if whispered from another realm. Some will call it imagination, but those who pay attention will recognize it for what it is, their dormant inner knowing, finally awakening. This is not a trick or an accident. It is the natural result of Neptune's energy dissolving the mental barriers that have long kept humanity blind. At the same time, a great collapse begins, not of buildings or governments, but of false narratives. The media, once seen as the ultimate source of truth, struggles to maintain its grip. Stories that once felt unshakable start unraveling at the seams, revealing hidden agendas beneath. The illusion of controlled perception begins to break. It's as if the world has been watching a carefully edited movie, and suddenly, the director loses control of the script. Unfiltered truths spill out, contradicting everything that was once accepted without question. People feel a strange disorientation, as if waking from a dream and realizing the world they knew was nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion. The more they look, the more cracks they see, until they can no longer deny that reality is not what they thought. But Neptune's influence does not stop at the surface. It reaches beyond the physical, thinning the veil between dimensions. Paranormal activity spikes. People begin seeing flickers of movement in their peripheral vision, hearing voices when no one is around, sensing presences that cannot be explained. Some will dismiss these experiences, but others will realize the truth. The boundaries between this world and others are shifting. Encounters with spiritual entities increase, whether through dreams, meditative states, or even direct interactions. Time itself starts to feel unstable, as if moments slip in and out, bending in ways that defy logic. Synchronicities multiply, numbers repeat, strangers deliver messages at the perfect moment. Reality responds in eerie and undeniable ways. Those who embrace this shift will find themselves connected to a greater cosmic web, experiencing life in a way they never have before. Yet, for all this awakening, Neptune demands something in return: the confrontation of one's own shadows. With illusions crumbling externally, people are forced to look inward. Old wounds resurface, emotional scars that were buried long ago demand attention. Painful memories once locked away come flooding back, not to torture, but to heal. It's as if the universe is holding up a mirror, forcing each person to see the parts of themselves they've ignored. Some will resist, fearing the emotions that rise, but those who embrace the process will find freedom, a release from the weight they didn't even realize they were carrying. And then, something truly profound happens. Time, as it was once understood, begins to dissolve. The past feels closer, memories feel more alive, and glimpses of the future emerge like flashes of lightning in a dark sky. People experience déjà vu more frequently, as if different timelines are overlapping. The feeling of being stuck in a linear world weakens, and a deeper understanding emerges, one that whispers that time is not a straight road, but an ocean, with waves that move in all directions. Those who listen will begin to see possibilities they never imagined, choices they never realized they had. The question is, will they use this knowledge to navigate their own destiny, or will they let the illusions of the past pull them back into the fog? Jupiter's expansion. The quantum acceleration. Jupiter, the great cosmic amplifier, now pours its expansive energy into the universe like a flood, breaking through a dam. What was once slow and uncertain now moves at lightning speed. Thoughts, whether positive or negative, begin to crystallize into reality with alarming quickness. Those who focus on fear and doubt may find their worries manifesting before their eyes, while those who embrace abundance and purpose will witness miracles unfold. It is as if the universe has placed a magnifying glass over every intention, accelerating the process of creation. The power of manifestation is no longer reserved for the spiritually advanced. It becomes an undeniable force in everyone's life. Every thought is a seed, and under Jupiter's influence, those seeds sprout instantly, revealing the fruits of one's inner world. But Jupiter's expansion is not limited to personal growth. It extends to human innovation. Breakthroughs emerge seemingly out of nowhere, shattering limitations that once held society back. Scientists, inventors, and visionaries receive sudden insights that propel humanity forward. Medical advancements reach new heights. Illnesses once thought incurable find solutions, and the way people understand their own biology transforms. Technology takes leaps so profound that what once seemed like science fiction becomes everyday reality. Even consciousness itself expands. New spiritual understandings, revolutionary philosophies, and deep universal truths spread like wildfire. It is as if the veil of limitation is being lifted, allowing humanity to glimpse the future it was always meant to create. However, Jupiter does not choose sides. It simply amplifies whatever energy is already present. For some, this means immense gain, while for others, it brings loss. Those who have aligned themselves with their true purpose will find doors opening effortlessly. Financial abundance, spiritual fulfillment, and emotional stability become their new reality. Their work, once a struggle, transforms into a calling that is not only rewarding, but also deeply meaningful. On the other hand, those who have resisted change, clung to outdated beliefs, or remained in places that no longer serve them, may experience sudden upheaval. Jobs end, relationships dissolve, and once stable foundations crumble. But even these losses are not punishments. They are cosmic realignments, forcing people onto the path they were always meant to walk. As Jupiter's influence grows, an undeniable pull toward one's higher calling intensifies. People wake up feeling restless, unable to ignore the deep yearning within. What once felt comfortable now seems empty. Routines that once provided security now feel meaningless. The call to step into something greater becomes deafening. Artists feel an unstoppable urge to create. Healers are drawn to their practices with renewed passion, and seekers begin their journeys with an urgency they cannot explain. There is no more waiting, no more delaying. Jupiter demands action. It is as if the soul itself is expanding, pushing beyond the limits of the past and reaching toward the infinite possibilities of the future. With all this acceleration, another phenomenon begins to unfold. Waves of euphoric energy surge through those who embrace the transformation. Moments of boundless joy, deep inspiration, and limitless creativity appear without warning. It feels like standing at the edge of a vast ocean, realizing for the first time how limitless it truly is. People experience bursts of energy so powerful that they can work for hours without fatigue, create effortlessly, and feel more alive than ever before. These waves come and go, but each time they do, they leave behind a deeper understanding of what it means to be truly connected to the universe. Those who ride these waves will find themselves soaring toward unimaginable heights, while those who resist may feel as if they are being pulled under. Jupiter's expansion is not a choice. It is a force. The only question is whether one will flow with it or fight against it. The nervous system. Upgrade. Physical and emotional shifts. The body is undergoing a transformation unlike anything before. It is as if an unseen current of energy is surging through every nerve, rewiring the entire system from the inside out. Many will experience unexplained body vibrations, subtle tingling in the hands and feet, pressure in the head, or waves of energy coursing through the spine. It feels as if the body is adjusting to a higher frequency, like a radio tuning into a new station. At times, this sensation is soothing, like a gentle hum vibrating through the bones, while other times it may feel overwhelming, as if the body is buzzing with electricity. These shifts are not random. They signal a recalibration, a realignment, with a new energetic blueprint. One of the most noticeable changes occurs in appetite and diet. The body suddenly rejects what once seemed normal. Processed foods feel heavy, artificial flavors taste unbearable, and cravings shift toward foods that nourish on a deeper level. Some experience bursts of extreme hunger, as if their body is demanding extra fuel for this transformation, while others lose interest in food entirely, feeling full on energy alone. These changes can be confusing, as familiar eating patterns no longer apply. It is as if the body is speaking a new language, demanding a diet that matches this elevated state. Certain foods may trigger discomfort, while others provide an unexpected sense of clarity and vitality. Listening to these cues is crucial, as resisting them may lead to fatigue, dizziness, or sudden energy crashes. Sensitivity to sound and light intensifies, creating an entirely new experience of the surrounding world. The once tolerable hum of a refrigerator now feels like an unbearable vibration in the skull. Fluorescent lights flicker like strobe effects, and crowded places become overwhelming with noise and movement. The nervous system is recalibrating, fine-tuning itself to higher frequencies. Nature, on the other hand, becomes more soothing than ever. Birdsong feels like a melody that vibrates through the heart. The rustling of leaves carries a message of peace, and natural light feels nourishing, rather than harsh. Many will feel an urge to escape artificial environments, seeking solace in quiet spaces, candlelit rooms, or the embrace of nature. This heightened awareness is not a flaw. It is an awakening to a more refined, more attuned way of experiencing reality. As the nervous system adjusts, emotions begin to flow in unexpected ways. Without warning, tears spill over for no apparent reason. Waves of laughter arise from deep within, or an overwhelming sense of peace settles in the chest. These rapid emotional releases come without triggers, as if the body is shedding years of suppressed energy. It is like shaking a bottle that has been sealed for too long. Once opened, everything rushes out at once. Old wounds that were buried resurface, but not as pain. Rather, they emerge as a final clearing, a chance to release what no longer serves. This emotional cleansing may feel intense, but it is necessary for moving forward without the baggage of the past. Finally, time itself begins to shift. Moments stretch and contract unpredictably. Some days feel like they pass in the blink of an eye, while others seem to stretch endlessly. Some may experience missing time, where hours vanish without memory, while others feel an unusual sense of déjà vu. There are even moments where the body feels as if it is aging rapidly, only to suddenly regain a youthful energy the next day. It is as if reality is no longer moving in a straight line, but bending and folding in ways that defy logic. The mind struggles to grasp these distortions, but the heart knows it is a sign that the old ways of perceiving time are dissolving, making way for something entirely new. Timeline shifts. Jumping between realities, reality is no longer a fixed path, but a shifting maze where each step determines the next. The splitting of realities has begun, and people are now experiencing entirely different outcomes based on their vibrational state. It is as if two people are standing in the same room, yet living in separate worlds. One sees chaos and despair, while the other experiences clarity and hope. Those who align with higher frequencies will notice life flowing effortlessly, as if invisible doors are opening at just the right moment. Meanwhile, those trapped in lower vibrations may feel stuck, facing obstacles at every turn. It is not luck or coincidence. It is the manifestation of personal energy shaping individual timelines. At the same time, old timelines are collapsing. Past versions of the self, identities built on fear, limitation, or outdated beliefs, are dissolving rapidly. It feels like shedding an old skin, as familiar ways of thinking and acting no longer fit. Some may wake up feeling like a completely different person overnight, unable to relate to who they were just weeks ago. Others may feel memories of past struggles fading, as if they belong to another lifetime. This rapid reinvention is unsettling yet necessary. The universe is no longer waiting for slow, gradual transformation. It is demanding immediate alignment with authenticity. Those who resist may experience sudden life shifts, a career ending unexpectedly, relationships falling apart, or a deep inner restlessness that refuses to be ignored. Unexplainable coincidences become everyday occurrences, making life feel like a scripted movie where hidden hands guide each scene. Numbers repeat: 1111, 222, 333, whispering messages of alignment. Random thoughts manifest into reality within hours, as if the universe is listening and responding instantly. Chance meetings with the right people happen at just the perfect moment, leading to life-changing opportunities. These synchronicities are not random. They are the markers of a shifting timeline, nudging people toward their highest potential. The more one pays attention, the more these cosmic breadcrumbs appear, guiding the way forward. Another profound shift is the merging with higher selves. Many are experiencing direct downloads of wisdom, as if receiving messages from a future version of themselves. It comes in flashes of insight, knowing exactly what to do without logical reasoning. Some may hear inner voices, not as intrusive thoughts, but as a calm, guiding presence. Dreams become more vivid, revealing glimpses of possible futures or solutions to long-standing problems. These moments feel surreal, like whispers from beyond time. The separation between the present self and the future self is thinning, allowing profound guidance to flow effortlessly. Perhaps the most noticeable shift is the acceleration of karma. The old rule of what goes around comes around no longer takes years or decades to unfold. It now happens within days or even hours. Acts of kindness are instantly rewarded with unexpected blessings, while negative actions bring swift consequences. It is as if the universe has sped up its balancing act, ensuring that no one escapes the energy they put into the world. This rapid karmic return is both a test and an opportunity. Those who walk with integrity will see their efforts multiply, while those who cling to deception will find their world crumbling. There is no more space for prolonged avoidance. Everything must be faced, resolved, and realigned in real time. With every choice, every thought, and every action, individuals are now jumping between realities. The shifts are no longer subtle. They are immediate, undeniable, and life-altering. Those who embrace the change will ride the wave effortlessly, stepping into a future where miracles feel ordinary. Those who resist may find themselves caught in a loop, repeating old cycles until they surrender to the flow. The timelines are shifting, and the greatest question remains: where will you land? The global consciousness ripple. Mass awakening. The world is no longer the same, and people can feel it in their bones. A silent but undeniable split is occurring. A division between those who fear the unknown and those who welcome transformation. This is the battle between collective fear and enlightenment. Some cling desperately to old structures, believing that returning to the past will restore their sense of control. They resist change, like a tree fighting against the wind, unaware that bending allows survival. Meanwhile, others embrace the shift, stepping into a new paradigm where the rules of reality itself seem to be evolving. These awakened souls are the pioneers, choosing to explore the unknown rather than fear it. The world is being divided not by geography, race, or status, but by frequency, by the level of consciousness each individual holds. As this transformation unfolds, mass psychic awareness begins to bloom like spring flowers after a long winter. What was once considered rare or mystical is now becoming commonplace. People suddenly sense energies, predict outcomes with unexplainable accuracy, and experience heightened intuition. They feel the emotions of others as if they were their own, making deception nearly impossible. Many are having vivid premonitions, dreams that later come true, or spontaneous insights that guide them toward life-changing decisions. What was once dismissed as coincidence is now undeniable proof that human perception is expanding beyond the five senses. With this heightened awareness comes the collapse of false identities. For centuries, people have hidden behind masks, presenting only what society deemed acceptable. But now, the illusion is crumbling. Hidden motives, suppressed talents, and long-buried truths are rising to the surface. Those who built their lives on deception, whether personal or societal, can no longer maintain the facade. The energy shift is like a great flood, washing away artificial personas, leaving only raw authenticity. Some find this process liberating, as they finally embrace who they truly are. Others feel exposed, struggling to hide what can no longer remain concealed. The age of illusion is ending, and only those who align with truth will thrive. One of the most fascinating shifts is the rise of telepathic communication. Words, once the primary form of connection, are becoming secondary. People begin to sense what others are thinking or feeling without needing verbal confirmation. Conversations feel more fluid, as if emotions are transmitting meaning faster than language itself. Long before someone speaks, their energy reveals their true intentions. This new form of understanding strengthens connections between those who embrace it, while making it nearly impossible for dishonesty to survive. The language of the soul is taking over, making manipulation and deceit obsolete. The breakdown of traditional education is another sign of the awakening. People are rejecting outdated knowledge, realizing that much of what they were taught was designed to limit rather than expand their understanding. Schools and universities, once seen as the ultimate sources of wisdom, are losing their credibility. The focus is shifting from memorizing facts to seeking deeper, more meaningful truths. Alternative forms of learning, spiritual teachings, ancient wisdom, intuitive downloads are taking precedence. The next generation is no longer satisfied with surface-level information. They crave insight that resonates with the shifting energy of the planet. The old system, built on rigid rules and outdated narratives, is crumbling under the weight of its own irrelevance. This global consciousness ripple is unstoppable. The old world is fading, and a new one is emerging in its place. Fear still lingers, but for those who choose enlightenment, a grand awakening awaits. This is not just an era of change, it is a complete transformation of human existence. The question is no longer whether the shift is happening, it is how each person will navigate it. Will they fight the tide, or will they surrender to the wave of awakening and rise with it? The final choice, your role in the shift. The world is standing at a crossroads, and every individual must make a choice. This is the two-path reality, a divide between those who embrace higher awareness and those who cling to the collapsing old world. It's like standing on a crumbling bridge. One path leads to solid ground, where new opportunities and wisdom await. The other path is filled with resistance, where people try to rebuild a structure that no longer serves them. Those who choose to rise will experience clarity, synchronicities, and a deep sense of purpose. But those who refuse to shift will feel lost, stuck in cycles of fear and confusion, like a traveler using an outdated map for a world that no longer exists. For those ready to awaken, the universe presents cosmic initiation tests, intense but necessary challenges designed to refine the soul. These are not punishments, but rites of passage. A blacksmith must place metal into fire to shape it into something strong and useful. And in the same way, these trials burn away fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. Many will face sudden life shifts, relationships breaking apart, careers ending, unexpected losses, forcing them to release what no longer aligns with their growth. The ego fights these changes, but the soul understands their purpose. Those who pass these tests emerge lighter, wiser, and ready to step fully into their true potential. The power of alignment determines how smoothly or painfully this transition unfolds. Those in tune with the shift experience synchronicities, doors opening effortlessly, unexpected blessings, and moments of divine intervention. It's like being carried by the current of a great river, flowing toward a higher destiny with ease. But those resisting the shift feel as if they are swimming upstream, exhausted and frustrated as everything they hold onto crumbles. Miracles and breakdowns exist on opposite sides of the same scale. Where one stands depends on their level of surrender and trust in the transformation. The universe is no longer allowing half measures. Either one aligns with the new frequency, or they struggle in the old. As this shift intensifies, the role of starseeds and healers becomes clear. These awakened souls, whether they realize it or not, have come to guide others through the chaos. They act as lighthouses, standing tall in the storm, offering wisdom, energy, and support to those seeking direction. Some will step into their purpose as teachers, healers, or leaders, while others will simply embody peace and stability, anchoring light wherever they go. Their presence alone shifts energy, like a single candle lighting up a dark room. This is the moment they were born for, the time to lead, inspire, and remind others of their own inner power. But this window will not remain open forever. The closing of the portal signifies that by the end of this cosmic alignment, the opportunity for a smooth transition will shrink. Imagine a great cosmic gateway slowly narrowing. Those who step through in time will experience the transformation with grace, while those who hesitate will find the path more difficult. The longer one resists, the heavier the burden becomes. Eventually, the energy will solidify, and whatever choice is made will define their trajectory. The universe is extending an invitation to step into a new reality, but hesitation comes at a cost. This is the final moment of decision. The time of waiting, questioning, and delaying is over. The new world is forming, and every soul must decide where they stand. Will they surrender to the shift and rise into higher awareness? Or will they fight to hold on to a world that no longer exists? The answer is not written in the stars. It is written in the choices made now.